What's up, everybody? Another video here. It's going to be my third video, probably, if I upload this today. It's the day after, or the morning after, to be more exact, after the E3 conference, specifically Microsoft. So I've already done the Sony conference, so you already know my thoughts on that, and my thoughts on what's going to happen. I wanted to cover the E3 conference because I make a notes of that. So let's just get started. First off, before I even start talking about it, this is what I said they needed to do to impress me and to impress the consumer. And this Spike had a list too. It's basically the same thing. They need to address the controversy around it, all these policies. The policies need to show some games, obviously, and need to discuss the price. These three basic things. Just talk about, give more detail about these policies, the games, and the price. That's basically what they need to do. So let's start it off. First off, they start the whole conference. Microsoft. I said Microsoft. They start off the Microsoft conference, their E3 conference, with Metal Gear Solid 5, a gameplay trailer. Game looks nice. I've never really actually played a Metal Gear Solid game. I know I had one when I was younger. I had Metal Gear Solid 1 on the original PlayStation. But when you're younger, it's like, that's a long game for a little kid to be playing. Yeah, but so I'll have to probably get back and try to get into those games if I do decide to get, Metal Gear Solid 5. We're getting into the series. But anyway, on to the next one. They announced a new new Xbox 360 design that actually is available today. You can go out and actually buy one, probably online, and or from GameStop. These designs are available today. Basically, the 360, I think, is bundled with Kinect, and it's made to look more like the Xbox One. I really don't know why they made a new model. Like they were saying to make the transition easier, but if you don't have an Xbox 360 by now, it's 2013. The Xbox came out in 2005. It's like, if you don't have an Xbox 360 by now, you probably don't want one, or you probably aren't going to get one. And I don't really understand why they made a whole new model. It's like, you had the original, or the the white version. You had the Elite, which gave more space. And then you had the Slim, which is basically considered the best version because it eliminated the red ring of death. That version is basically proved to not have the red ring of death problem. And, why do they need a new design? Like, the Slim was just perfectly fine. You had 250 gig model, which is more than enough space. And now it's like, well, who's going to buy a new model? It's like, this is made to make the Slim cheaper? Because I guess I can still use the Slim, because that old 360 right there is kind of, yeah, but yeah, so that was a very odd decision choice. I don't really know why they did that. Also, they announced some free benefits for Xbox Live Gold membership. They said from July 1st, starting July 1st to the Xbox One release, you will be able to get 2 free games per month for Gold members. And the first 2 games available are Halo 3 and Assassin's Creed 2. Now, these are obviously they're pretty good games. Halo 3, if you haven't played that by now, but it is free, so I can't really complain. I haven't played Assassin's Creed 2, so that might give me an incentive to play it. So that's pretty good. They're kind of taking the PlayStation Plus route. Actually give you something free for paying a subscription. Now they're talking about games. They moved in right into the Xbox One games. Show Rise gameplay. This Rise Son of Rome game that's going to be coming at launch for the Xbox One. And I really like this trailer. A lot of people said a lot of QuickTime events, but if you pay attention to the interview afterwards, the guy or representative was saying that because he asked him straight up why there did a lot of QuickTime events, maybe people be worried about that. He said they were trying to make the gameplay faster or whatever to I guess speed it up. He says like just to speed it up everything, not to take too much time. So I'm not too worried about that. But then again, you have to wonder, if this game's come out at launch, that means they have to change like everything. But that might just be the first level or whatever. So I like the game. I like the gameplay a lot. So that's a game to look out for too if you get an Xbox One. Next, they showed probably one of the biggest definitely one of the biggest announcements of the whole reveal. We had a Killer Instinct trailer. Now, personally, I haven't played Killer Instinct, but the game does look real hype with that Ultra Combo. I ain't gonna get into that. A lot of people have a lot of nostalgia with that game, and they're that for some people was the biggest announcement of the Xbox One, probably the deciding factor for getting Xbox One. The game looks fun. Next we have Sunset Overdrive, which is another really interesting game by Insomniac. Y'all know them. They made franchise of Banjo-Kazooie, Spyro. Y'all know them. The game looks really interesting. It's like this. It's like the Jet Set Radio art style. That's the first thing I kind of related it to was Jet Set Radio. But he has this guy like sliding off of walls and whatnot, shooting. I don't know if these are zombies or monsters or something. It looks really interesting, really interesting. So yeah, that looked pretty neat. And both of these are exclusive. Well, Rise is exclusive. Sunset Overdrive is exclusive, and Killer Instinct is also an Xbox One exclusive. So right off the bat, 3 games exclusive to the Xbox One. They're coming right off saying, yes, we are focused about games. This press conference, we were showing that Xbox One does have legitimate games. So that was nice to know where their focus was during this conference. And that they stuck to their promise about little to no TV talk. Next, we showed this. They showed Forza 5. And there's this. Probably the most interesting thing about this whole segment was this thing called a Drivatar, and I didn't really understand it because basically it was saying that it's going to take your in-game play style, and then you can the game will create its own car or own driver based around your personal play style, and then that car will go into your online and battle against other people, and then you can experience. You know, when you're not there, when you're at home or work at school, this Drivatar will go and race against people online. Very weird. I don't know how that's going to be implemented. Like, they're trying to say it's not AI, that the Drivatar is battling against real people, but it's very weird. I don't know how they're going to do that, but yeah. Minecraft coming to the Xbox One. That's a very popular game. Some people are excited. It's like, on to the next one. Quantum Break, an in-game trailer. No gameplay, which kind of disappointing, but it looks interesting. It's like this guy stops time. This girl's like literally stuck in time. Like her face is like, and this guy comes in and like basically gets her from this realm of, I don't know. You have to watch the trailer. It's kind of a little bit hard to confuse, but it looks interesting. Next, we have a very short default trailer. I don't even know I don't remember the trailer. This is why I need to make videos right after the conference. But even if I did, like, this trailer was so short, no details or nothing. That was a problem with some of these trailers, because you know they did focus on games, but a lot of these trailers are just really short, and they didn't really have enough time to talk or go into as much detail as they should have. But I digress. Next, you have this thing called Project Spark. Basically, looks like the Xbox's version of Little Big Planet. You can create your own worlds using smart glass. Do any of y'all have smart glass? I don't know any person that actually uses that smart glass garbage. And the thing is, about the smart glass stuff, because he was like designing everything with his iPad or whatever, and it's like, do you need smart glass to play this game? It's like, you know, if I'm just playing by myself, I'm going to go back between a controller and iPad to try to. It's just no, just stop it. The smart glass stuff looks interesting. Project Spark. All right, so now we would get to the Upload Studio, and basically they're showing. They go back to a big. 2 people were playing Killer Instinct on stage, and it was very, like, the lines are just so awkwardly said. Like, they would just. You have to know how to speak and not sound like you've rehearsed it like 1,000 times. It's just like you have to make it sound more like natural, you know. But these lines, ugh, it was cringeworthy. Yeah, showing how to Upload Studio. I guess that's the name of the program for the Xbox One, that we be able to record gameplay and whatnot. So yeah, and then they announced you will have, or Xbox One has a partnership with Twitch. That is a big deal also, because Twitch is like the main gaming stream on the internet. That's the main thing that everybody goes to for gaming streams. So now I guess you can stream your gameplay. Now, the interesting thing is, if everybody is, because that's a lot of people. If you can just stream automatically, I don't know. That's a lot of people on that on Twitch. That's a lot of people to handle streaming at one time from one console or from one thing. I don't know how the servers are going to do, but when I heard that, I was like, ugh, that doesn't sound very promising, because it sounds like all the streams are going to be laggy. That's a lot of people streaming at one time, you know. But, and then it's gameplay too, and it's probably a high definition gameplay. But anyway, so that'll be interesting to see how that works out. Next, we had this trailer for Crimson Dragon. It looked okay to me. I wasn't really that much interested into it. Next, we had Dead Rising 3. Dead Rising 3 gameplay. Very impressive gameplay trailer. The thing I liked, and a lot of people I see didn't notice that, he said that he set out the game will not have any load times. And there were a lot of zombies on that screen. There were no load times. There were no slowdown. There was a lot of stuff going on that screen. And from all I tell, his statement looks to be the truth. He said there will be no load times during this game. If that's true, that's pretty big. Just imagine a game with no load time. Just imagine this. You're always able to progress to the next level or the next part of the game without stopping and waiting on a load screen. That's pretty impressive to me, at least to me. I think this is where they announced the release date. I think because they didn't wait till the end of the conference. But yeah, they said that this will be releasing holiday. What? Wait, what? What's it in? Witcher 3. Yeah, Witcher 3, a gameplay trailer. Looks Witcher 3 Wild Hunt to be more exact. That's the full name. Looks interesting. Looks like a pretty neat game. I'm not really into the Witcher series. I never really picked up a copy of one of the games, but you know. Battlefield 4 Second Assault. They showed a single player gameplay and multiplayer gameplay, which I like. I did like how they showed the multiplayer gameplay. But once again with the smart glass, it's like the guy was calling in missiles using the iPad or whatever. It's like if you're playing by yourself, does that mean you have to transition back and forth between the Xbox and the Xbox controller and the iPad? It doesn't make any sense. Like who's actually gonna do that? Like let me put the controller down, pick up my phone and put missiles. Like no, nobody's gonna do that. So they shouldn't have did that, but they at least didn't focus on it. They were just straight to the gameplay. In my opinion, Battlefield 4 really didn't look that impressive. Like honestly, it looked like Battlefield 3. That's just my opinion. I guess the graphics might have been better. That's something was wrong with my computer. Excuse me. Yeah, it just looked like Battlefield 3 to be honest. You know, but we'll have to see when the game comes out. Bastion. No. What is this? Frost on Xbox One live gameplay. What was this? Christian. Excuse me, I can't. I'm trying to remember what this is. I don't know. Oh yeah, World of Tanks. Sorry, I overlooked that. That World of Tanks free-to-play game is now coming to Xbox One. Ironically, the ironic thing about the free-to-play game on the Xbox One is that you're paying $60 for Xbox multiplayer, so it's not really a free-to-play game. You know, it's kind of. It would have made more sense to have it on the PS3 because everything would be free, but you know you're paying to play multiplayer, so it's not really free. But on to the next one. Black Tusk Studios. They basically saying that's studio that's Microsoft working with. I guess that's gonna be a first party developer. They showed this trailer for this game. We don't know the name. Basically, this guy's not jetline. He has a rope. He's just climbing down the edge of a building. He kicked somebody in the back of the neck. Really confusing trailer. I have no idea where that is going. Very short trailer. It's just, you know, we really didn't get any kind of real direction of where that trailer could be going. Next up, they announced Halo, or we see a trailer for Halo. Basically, Spartan Master Chief is in like this sheath or whatever, and he stops this monster or whatever. Now, the interesting thing probably was the two things. First, he said that it's going to be 60 frames per second, which is good. But then, if you notice, they didn't come out and say Halo 5. Like, the trailer did not say Halo 5. It said Halo. So, that's interesting. I don't know what they're going to name it. Maybe it's Halo, some other name. But it'll be interesting what they name, because it really didn't say Halo. It didn't say Halo 5. It just said Halo. So we'll have to see what that is. And finally, to end off the conference, they show off this game called Titanfall. Another one of the highlights of the conference, because our first one, it was live gameplay as well, which is really neat. At first when I looked at this gameplay, I was like, man, this really is nothing but Call of Duty. That probably was going through everybody's mind, nothing but a Call of Duty clone. But then once you started to look into it more, it definitely was not Call of Duty. Well, it was a little bit of Call of Duty, but it has its own gimmick to it with the Titans. These Titans have unique abilities. They can do things like manipulate bullets or whatever, or have these special abilities. My first impression was like Halo or Call of Duty and Bioshock, and Borderlands or whatever. Yeah, so yeah, my computer making noises. Yeah, this game will be coming out spring 2014. And finally, I don't know, this probably wasn't announced last, but I'll say it anyway. The Xbox One will be launched at $499 US in this November. So $500 for the Xbox One this November. Now, overall thoughts on this conference? I don't want to I'll probably have a separate video where I compare the two conferences to see who won. But this conference was actually not half bad. It was pretty good. They followed up with their promise of showing games. They gave us a launch, like 3 bullets. Remember the 3 bullets at the beginning of the video. I said they needed to address the controversy, the games, and the price. That's one of the things I did not like about this conference. They did not address any of the controversies that came with the system. They didn't talk about the used games policies, the online 24 hours, the Kinect always being on. That's one of the biggest things for people, because people are worried that the privacy is being invaded because the Kinect is always watching them. They did not address any of those problems, and that was a big loss, because they canceled the roundtable discussion where the media can ask questions. So now it's just like a guessing game, and pretty much we're to the people, to the I'm making the sound again. Let me just, I think that's what it is. When you don't answer questions or you avoid them, that's pretty much saying that the information is true. But you can easily just damage control. They give some kind of positive light. They're just avoiding the question or a line of controversy entirely, which I don't think it was a very smart idea. I think they should have at least addressed some people's concerns, because now nobody's going to know what's going on with that system. As far as the price go, $500. It's a little pricey, but you're getting a lot with this system. You're getting Kinect, you're getting all these apps and whatnot. And really, if it wasn't for the Kinect, nobody really wants to. Let's be honest, nobody really wants to connect. Let me see how much time I got. Probably 15 minutes in, or 16 minutes. Yeah, sounds about right. Nobody really wants to connect. Who wants to connect? It's not a necessary feature, and they're just forcing it to be necessary. Kinect doesn't have to be a necessary accessory for the Xbox One. They know that, but they're putting it on you. They want to force you to use this peripheral, and it's something that's definitely not needed. And the price would probably have, because you look at it now, the Kinect is what, $100. And with this, they're saying that Kinect is more advanced. Kinect probably is going to cost $100. Well, since it's going to be bundled, you can't really buy it separately. But what Kinect's probably going to cost? It probably retail like $130, $140. If it was separate, that's another $140 just knocked off. And have all these apps since NFL Network that the gamers really don't care about. And I don't really see. I mean, the games they deliver on the games. You got Halo, Rise, Titanfall, Killer Instinct. Just you can pick and choose which games you want to play. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this conference. Overall, I thought it was not a bad conference at all. I thought it was pretty good. We always talk about impressed at the Sony conference of what console I'm getting. But oh gosh, the dog is barking. That's pretty much it for this conference. That was my overview of the Xbox conference. Tell me what you think. Overall, I thought it wasn't a bad conference, but they really need to adjust those controversies and these policies. But the games delivered. Even if you're a Sony fanboy, you have to give them props. They did deliver on the games part. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm out. Peace.